All right, everyone, welcome back. And we are continuing on with my recent Blu Ray acquirements, adding to my collection. Here we have, in the last video, I stopped on Robocop 2, and now we're going to be continuing, or Robocop 3, and now we're continuing with Robocop 2, again from Scream Factory. That could focus, that'd be wonderful. There we go. Robocop 2. Robocop returns to fight his toughest opponent yet. His replacement. Dun dun dun. Robocop 2 pits two unstoppable cyborgs against each other in a battle to the death. When Detroit's descent into chaos is further compounded by a police department strike and a new designer drug called Nuke, only Robocop can stop the mayhem. But in his way are an evil corporation that profits from Motor City crime and a bigger and tougher cyborg with a deadly directive. Take out Robocop, containing the latest gadgetry and weaponry as well as the mind of the madman who designed Nuke. This new cyborg isn't just more sophisticated than its predecessor, he's psychotic and out of control, and it's going to take everything Robocop has, maybe even his life, to save Detroit from complete and utter anarchy. Because, you know, Detroit always has complete and utter anarchy. Special features include a new 2K scan of the interpositive, new audio commentary with author and CG supervisor Paul S. Salmon, new Corporate Wars, the making of Robocop 2, new machine parts, the FX of Robocop 2, new Fabricator, new OCP declassified theatrical trailer, teaser trailers, TV spots, still gallery. So again, this is Scream Factory, and of course, look at that. Oh, those covers, I love them. So good. And we have the original Candyman. We dare you to say his name 5 times. Again, this is Scream Factory. Candyman, such a wonderful series. An effectively eerie psychological chiller. Oh my god, I cannot speak English ever in these videos. I apologize, everyone. An effectively eerie psychological chiller, says Leonard Maltin. The gut-wrench... I can't believe I can't speak English today. Holy poop. The gut-wrenching thriller follows a graduate student whose research summons the spirit of the dead. When Helen Lyle hears about Candyman, a slave spirit with a hook hand who is said to haunt a notorious housing project, she thinks she has a new twist for her thesis. Braving the gang-ridden territory to visit the site, Helen arrogantly assumes Candyman can't really exist. Until he appears, igniting a string of terrifying grisly slayings. But the police don't believe in monsters and charge Helen with the crimes, and the one who can set her free is Candyman. And Tony Todd is amazing as Candyman. That deep voice of his, he's so good. Just that first, when we see him for the first time, if I can, I'll include the shot somewhere in here. New 2K restoration from a new 4K scan of the original negative, supervised and approved by writer-director Bernard Rose and director of photography Anthony B. Richmond. New audio commentary with Bernard Rose and actor Tony Todd. Oh, and this is also on the theatrical cut. This includes the unrated and theatrical. I've only ever seen a theatrical, so I'm really looking forward to seeing the unrated cut. New audio commentary with author Stephen Jones and Kim Newman. Audio commentary for Bernard Rose, author Clive Barker, producer Alan Poole. That's Alan Poole. And actors Tony Todd, Virginia Madsen, and Cassie Lemons. Sweets to the sweet. The Candyman mythos, Clive Barker raising hell, Bernard Rose Bernard Rose's storybooks, theatrical trailer, TV spots, and a still gallery. And Clive Barker is the one who wrote the original short story, and that also might maybe be a short story that the Mortician is going to read for you all. So you might get lucky. Disc 2 Unrated Cut is a new 2K restoration from a new 4K scan of the original negative with unrated HD inserts from a rare print. New Be My Victim, an interview with Tony Todd. New I'll Always... I'm sorry, what does that say? New It Was Always You, Helen, sorry. An interview with Virginia Madsen. New The Writing on the Wall, the production design of Candyman, an interview with production designer Jane Ann Stewart. New, it's hard to read. I'm reading off the phone as I'm recording, so I apologize. And I also don't have my glasses on because it's the weekend and I don't wear them because I'm stupid. New Forbidden Flesh, the makeup effects of Candyman, including interviews with special makeup effects artists Bob Keane, Gary J. Tunnicliffe, and Mark Coulier. New A Story to Tell, Clive Barker's The Forbidden, which is what this was originally called. The short story was originally called The Forbidden, my apologies. Writer Douglas E. Winter on Clive Barker's seminal Books of Blood and Candyman source story, The Forbidden. New urban legend unwrapping Candyman, and more. Ooh, I can't wait to delve into what more. We have Night of the Comet, a fun B-zombie movie. I love this movie. I've actually only seen it twice, so to have it on Blu Ray, I'm super excited to have. Night of the Living Dead meets Valley Girl in this entertaining, tongue-in-cheek pastiche of numerous science fiction films from Variety. It's the first comet to buzz the planet in 65 million years, and everyone seems to be celebrating its imminent arrival. Everyone, that is, except Regina Belmont, played by Catherine Mary Stewart of The Last Starfighter, and her younger sister, Kelly Maroney of Chopping Mall. Two Valley girls who care more about fashion trends than the celestial phenomenon. But upon daybreak, when the girls discover that they're the only residents of Los Angeles whom the comet hasn't vaporized or turned into a zombie, they do what all good Valley girls do. They go shopping. But when their day of mauling threatens to become a day of mauling, these gals flee with killer zombies and blood-seeking scientists in hot pursuit. Special features include all new audio commentary and interviews with star Kelly Maroney, Catherine Mary Stewart, Mary Warrenov, and special makeup effects creator David B. Miller, theatrical trailer, and more. Next, we have Return of the Living Dead Part 2. I went to buy the Part 1, but unfortunately it was sold out and is now out of print and hard to find at a cheap price. Unfortunately, if you want it, you're going to have to... I'm trying to get this to focus to show this is Screen Factory, but it's not focusing. It's going to cost a pretty penny, and it sucks because it's such a classic film, and I would love to add it to my collection. A hoot! It's fun. Kevin Thomas, Los Angeles Times. The zombies have returned. The horror begins again as mysterious barrels bounce off an army transport as it passes through a new housing development and land near an abandoned cemetery. Mischievous neighborhood boys discover the barrels and open them, unaware of the evil contained within. A deadly green vapor escapes and turns the living into flesh-eating zombie and causes the dead to rise from their graves. As the hideous living dead hunt down the fresh human brains they need, man is pitted against man, and the living against the dead. It is a macabre struggle for survival. And to finish this video, we have the collector's edition of John Carpenter's They Live. You think they're people just like you, but you're wrong. Dead wrong. And I love They Live. And that's all I'm going to say about it, because I'll be doing a review very soon. They influence our decisions without us knowing it. They numb our senses without us feeling it. They control our lives without us realizing it. They live. Horror master John Carpenter, famous for Halloween and The Thing, directs this heart-pounding thriller in which aliens are systematically gaining control of Earth by masquerading as humans and lulling the public into submission. Humanity's last chance lies with a lone drifter who stumbles upon a harrowing discovery, a unique pair of sunglasses that reveals the terrifying and deadly truth. Special features include audio commentary with director John Carpenter and actor Roddy Piper, new interview with director John Carpenter, making of They Live theatrical trailer, TV spot, and more. Special features are not rated. This is such a good film, and of course, look at that cover. May Roddy Piper rest in peace. He was great in this, and I cannot wait to review this movie. I love this movie. It's so much fun. It's just a great film. Of course, it's John Carpenter. How can you go wrong? Well, this is it for this week's video. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. I know I'm just rambling about stuff I'm adding to my collection. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope that if you haven't seen any of these films, they kind of pique your interest and you'll maybe want to go see these films or seek them out. They are enjoyable. If I didn't like them, obviously I wouldn't have them in my collection. I don't buy movies just to put in my collection. I put them in here because either one, I've never seen them and they've always interested me, or two, I've been dying to, or I love these movies and I have to add them to my collection. So yes, that is where we're at. I thank you so much for tuning into this video. We will see you next week with more collection stuff, maybe a little bit of mortician reading and stuff like that. So I thank you so much for watching, and this is the Paranerd signing off.